Wasting time. Adam and the Metalhawks, guys. Got permission from these guys to listen to some of their songs while we were live, and I figured I would utilize some of their beautiful tunage for us here this evening as we come to start our Simpit Oval Series. This is the series opener. We are here at Texas Motor Speedway, and we are ready to go. So I'm tuning in. Cam, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. It is obviously a little sad that you weren't able to make it out, but hey, it's good to see you at the very least. Thank you, sir, for popping in. Much appreciated. Just so you guys know, I am joined tonight by Joshua Steam King Peterson. Hey, Josh, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, everyone.
How's your day going, Josh? Doing well?
Good. Now, time for qualifying.
Most excellent, most excellent. Good to hear it, buddy. Good to hear it, Ken. Awesome, awesome, buddy. All right, guys, so we are getting started, as you heard Josh say there, just jumping into the qualification. 5 minutes here. These guys gives them a couple laps to go and get their times out there. Standings are up in the top left-hand corner for you guys there. You'll see the relative in the bottom right-hand corner. As these guys are running around, obviously they'll be a little bit lonely out there for their quali, but tis what it is. I'm just going to let iRacing's little camera deal do its thing there. Not going to worry too much about keeping track of that right now, but to kill the next 5 minutes here for you, we've got Steam King Statman, as usual, with a few stats in regards to Texas Motor Speedway and a little bit of factage going on. So, Steam, I'll pass it off to you, my friend.
Alright, so Texas is definitely known as what I call the cat tracks. Charlotte, Atlanta, Texas. All three of them are quad ovals, no less than 20 degrees of banking in the turns. Texas, located in Fort Worth, 1.5 miles long, or 2.4 kilometers for the rest of the road. It's a quad oval type speedway with seating capacity of 181,000 people. The track itself opened on February 29th, 1996. And although the track opened in 96, it had a rocky start, as some of the first races there led to a bunch of cautions that eventually made the track to reconfigure its turns. But for a while, Texas was a pretty good racing surface until they changed the track again a couple years ago. That left 3 and 4 alone, but turns 1 and 2 got steadily lowered back from 24 degrees to 20 degrees. The track's planned name was the Texas International Speedway, so that got changed to the Texas International Raceway for 1 year in 1996, before it becoming the Texas Motor Speedway ever since 1997.
And that's the one we know it as today. Thank you, Josh, very much, my friend. So they changed the banking a good bit. So I'd imagine then it was fairly shallow, almost a flat track in the beginning then, eh?
Well, it wasn't a flat track in the beginning. It had good banking. It just was unstable for the cars.
Oh, okay, so not quite the right surfacing or something like that.
Yeah, 3 and 4 was, I believe 3 and 4 was fine, but 1 and 2 was not as smooth.
Okay. And then
Kind
you
of
said
bumpy in spots.
and you said it was 3 and 4 they dropped the banking on, or was that 1 and 2?
No, 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Okay, so they dropped the banking on 1 and 2, and that's the most recent change?
Yep.
So that means that tires will be a thing on those two, right? that's going to be the ones to
watch.
watch.
Tires will definitely fall off a bit more in turns 1 and 2. Turns 1 and 2, I believe, is one of those progressively banked turns. So the lower part of the turn is shorter, but with less banking, but the upper end of turns 1 and 2 is a bit more banked, though it's a bit longer to go around.
So we could see some guys opting to take a higher line in that case, saving tires, using more of the bank, but also maybe having a little bit of a slower time.
Yeah, so over time, though, the higher side will definitely give them a bit more straight line speed on the backstretch. Not by much, just like a tiny bit, but hey, if it could win by 1,000th of a second,
yeah, every bit is a bit, hey? All right, looks like the guys are starting to come through, so I'm going to take a quick look at our standings here. Looks like we got a fairly small field, actually, for this one. I'm a little bit surprised, but it is the first race, and I did hear about some guys having some issues there. We got a couple guys yet that haven't put in times. We'll see if they get them in. As of now, we do have 14 guys with times at the moment, though. A quick moment to say hi to Phil. Hey, dude, how you doing? Hopefully your shoulder is indeed doing well. We'd like to see you out there. Thank you, Max, for doing donuts there. Braden Schwach. You see there in the number 4 car doing donuts. Hopefully he keeps doing something out there. He'll keep something on the screen for us. Keep it up! Oh, there he goes. Never mind. Too late. I shouldn't have said anything. Here we go. All right, so the standings are as follows for the moment. We got David Clymer in the 242 car sitting out front with a 30.0. Wayne Roberts with a 30.3. Mike McMillan, 30.4. Andrew White also with a 30.4. And Jeremy McLam rounding out your top 5, starting with 30.5s. William Martinez in 30.5 for the 6th position. 30.6 for Jerry Watson. 30.6 for Brandon Skinner and Mark Setkoyak as well. Brandon Carl rounding out the top 10 again with a 30.6. 30.7 for Mike Weber, David Blair with a 30.8, Donald Warrens with a 31.2, and Braden Schwach with a 31.4. I will bring up this results page for you for a moment so you guys can see the full thousandths accuracy there as the time ticks down, and I will switch this over for the race so you guys can see more accurate times. That was a bit of an oversight on my part. Here we go. Looks like the boys are getting ready to grid. Well, let's let them get to it.
150 laps. If it all goes green, it'll be an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, I did hear that, so they've added quite a few laps to these ones. Should be interesting to see. As long as we can keep her green, knocking on wood, everything should be good. There we go. Get that time precision fixed for you there. Excellent. And the boys are getting on the grid here. Make sure that we're focused for now on the pace car. There we go. There's our leader. 242, David Clymer, 30.035. And followed 2/10 behind with a 268 is Wayne Roberts there in 47. We're going to keep rolling ourselves back through the cars here. That is McMillan in the 42 car there. That's Mike. Andrew White, in the number 3, 4th position. Jeremy McLam for 5th. And William Martinez. Jerry Watson. Brandon Skinner. Mark Setkoyak. Brandon Carl, back for the top 10. Mike Weber in 11th. David Blair, Donald Warren, Braden Schwach, Tyson Landis, and Dylan Martins. Looks like he has opted to not start the race for this one, so that's all right. Here we go. The guys are pulling out. They're going to be running their pace laps, and as they do that, I think we will get our cameras sorted here. Perfect.
And when I do that, we get a track bio. About 20 years old, but still describes this track pretty well. It's a bit rusty. Welcome to Fort Worth and the Texas Motor Speedway. With seating for over 150,000 fans, this motorsports haven represents racing at its finest. Recently repaved, this quad-shaped oval with 20-plus degree banking has become one of NASCAR's fastest tracks.
As long as these guys can keep her together, right?
Yeah.
Should be good.
Recently repaved, but that only comes true once in a while.
And now we are running the Xfinity cars for this series as well, so it is going to be quite a quick track. We got the Chevy Camaro, the Toyota Supra, and then I believe there's some Ford Mustangs out there as well. Looks like the field is pretty dominated by Chevys at the moment, though, which, you know, I can't complain about that. Y'all know I'm a Chevy boy.
Yeah, we got 10 Chevys and 3 Toyotas and 3 Fords. And the green flag is dropped.
Here we go, boys. David Clymer with the start. Out front, Wayne Roberts holding behind. Again, that's Mike McMillan in 3rd, Andrew White in 4th, and Jeremy McLam in 5th. We're going to leave it on the leader for a moment as these guys start to file out on our first lap at the Texas Motor Speedway. Thank you guys in chat once again for coming as we start off this race here. Move back to Wayne so we can watch the leader there. Clymer developing a 3/10 gap right off the bat. We do have 2 cars, 2 wide, though. That's the 38 of Jeremy McLam and Andrew White in that number 3 car for 4th position. Looks like the 38 is going to pull off 4th, making that, I believe, our first pass of the evening as the cars start to stretch out quite a bit. And we see a bit of a gaggle going on behind. Looks like the 17 car of Jerry Watson getting pushed up quite high. That's William Martinez in the 72 down low. It looks like he should be able to gain that spot, but giving a lot of space. Lots of respect out of these guys. Obviously trying to keep her clean and keep her green.
I see Jerry Watson's still up on the high side there, as Bennett Skinner is down low. Side by side.
Yeah, here we go. Brandon Skinner getting down low. Jerry Watson, yep, still held up top. And it looks like the 77 of Brandon Carl is also up there. Looks like we got a little bit of three-wide action as the number 9 of Tyson Landis starts to push his nose in. They kind of get past that number 77 car there, and everything kind of evens out. But pretty close to a touch there from the looks of things. Landis getting real tight on that bumper of Brandon Carl. Sorry, Mike Weber now. These guys are racing pretty good to start it off in the backpack here. A good little bit of action going on. Keep an eye on this as it starts to pan out. Landis, we know, is a pretty good driver and always seems to make a pretty good push once the racing starts, so should be somebody to keep an eye on.
Tyson Landis not giving up.
Yeah, not at all. He's up on the top there. That 13 car getting a little bit wiggly. Weber manages to hold on to it, though. Lots of space given. Slotting in front of Landis. Landis is going to lose it, and Carl's going to take him back on the inside now. Good bit of shuffle in there as we get onto our 5th lap here. Again, Texas Motor Speedway. This is the series opener for the Simpit Road Series. As we move our camera work back up to our leaders here, let's take a look and see how we're doing. David Clymer coming in with a 30.666, rocking the number of the beast up there in first place with a full 7/10 gap over the number 47 car of Wayne Roberts. Mike McMillan, though, not letting him go. There is a battle for second still brewing here. McMillan in the 42 car there with only a 10th separating him and Wayne Roberts.
Landis went to the grass there for a bit.
Oh, Landis into the grass. That's going to drop him back. Looks like 0.7.
He touched the wall off of 4 and then lost it just a little bit. Mowing the lawn, but saved it.
So Landis getting a little bit hairy there, ends up with a 6/10 gap behind David Blair, putting him back there now in, I believe that's 13th or 12th position. We'll have to wait for us to cross the line for that to catch up. Looks like we have him crossing the line in 13th. 13th it is.
And Mark Webber just got by Watson, and he was gone right behind Watson.
Hey, that's right, Weber up on the top there in that 17 car. We got Brandon Skinner leading that little pack there in the 959. Brandon's always putting on a good show for us as well. Always enjoy watching him out there. He's got a pretty good gap right now with Weber about a half second or so behind him. Jerry Watson about a half second behind him. And Brandon Carl bringing up the rear of that kind of semi-pack. They're a little bit spread out, but they are still fighting. Looks like we got Donald Warren there back in 11th position, and David Blair for 12th. Again, Tyson Landis to drop back to 13th after a small error, and Mark Setkoyak is in 14th, followed by Braden Schwach in 15th. Back up to our leaders now.
Survive out there.
Yeah, just taking it easy at the back of the pack, running it good, running it clean. Braden's one of the guys that I've known for a good while. He's kind of newer to racing with us. I believe this is the first season that he's looking to put in a full-time run-in with us, and I would like to see some improvement out of him and see him just enjoying himself and learning and all that kind of stuff. That's what we like to see out of the guys when they come in and they're new to the series, right? David Clymer out there with his best time of the race, 30.573 on lap 9. These guys picking up the pace. And he has a full second gap now on our man Wayne Roberts there. Coming into the Roberts cam, you can see 4/10 behind. Jeremy McLam's doing his best not to let him go. He was only separated by a 10th the last time we peeked at them, though. And we do have a little bit of a gap, or a little bit of a battle, rather, going for 3rd position here, depending on how McMillan there manages to get up on the 38 car of Jeremy McLam here. There's only 3/10 separating them at the moment.
Actually a 3 battle position between McMillan and White.
Yeah, you got it, exactly. And they're not that far behind Roberts that it's not out of feasibility to see a battle for second going on here. Drop ourselves back here to the perspective of Andrew White so we can watch these 4 cars kind of go at it. 42 drifting high early. I wonder if he's gaining more speed or if he accidentally slipped up. It looks like he actually got a pretty good run there. He's not being caught up on by Andrew at all on the straight there, even with the draft. Let's bring her back now, looking at 6th position. William Martinez hanging out there. and doing well in that 72 car with a 4/10 lead over Brandon Skinner in 7th. Back to Mike Weber in the number 8 car. He's currently up 3 positions. He'd be our mover for the day. Sorry, in the number 13 car, 8th position. Again, up 3 positions, so he's our mover for the day with Jerry Watson, though, hot on his tail, very close behind, down 2 from his start in that 9th position. Brandon Carl running in 10th, looking to get himself up into that pack if he can. I think we're going to keep an eye on these guys for a moment. I'm going to keep myself focused on Jerry Watson here and just see exactly what we got going on. Raw82, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Up front, Andrew White has Mike McMillan and Wayne Robertson, Jeremy McEllam for second and third. Get back onwards. Watson, but Carl just watching, see if they're trying to make his move. See how players all out. And also the rest of the field. Just seeing it out.
Raw, thanks very much for the luck and all that good stuff. We'd like to see you guys, love to see you running. So, I mean, by all means, man, when it gets on to the next season, hop on in there, get running with the guys. The more we get on track, the more fun we have as a rule. And the guys, everybody's been learning as well, so we've seen a lot of the skills change over these last couple seasons. People getting real comfortable on the tracks. The newer guys finding, I think, an easier time to get into it. Lots more support out of the other drivers, which is very nice.
McLaren is second, Roberts third, since McLaren passed Roberts. Coach on Skinner, step back for 6th and 7th.
There's Wayne Roberts we'll take a look at there. Like you said, sitting 3rd position now, down 1 from his start. Jeremy McLam up 3 into that 2nd position, coming in with a 31.089 on that last lap while making the move for that 2nd position. Doing fairly well now with a half-second gap. Can he catch Clymer, though? I don't know. Oh, Clymer, as we look at him, though, does kind of bump the wall a little bit there. We could see a little bit of some
catch-up. Yeah, he got a little
kiss
of that wall.
Yeah, he brought it down to an 8/10th gap now, no longer over a second. So it's still a bit, but we'll have to watch. If he has some aero damage, that could be enough for Jeremy McLam to catch up and take away that lead. And it actually looks like it's going to be so. David Clymer losing 10th by 10th.
You see McLam catching up bit by bit to Clymer.
That's right, 10th after 10th, now down to a half-second gap. Let's keep an eye on McLam here. Let's go into the cockpit camera as he comes through into turn 1 here. Nice and tight down low, seems to be maintaining a very smooth throttle on exit. Very, very good control of the car here. A little bit tighter off the wall. Looks like he's in just a little bit tighter than Clymer there. 4/10ths now separating the two. 3/10ths. He's going to catch him, boys. This is the one to watch. You're going to get a change of the leaders.
McLam is definitely in the draft wake of Clymer.
Absolutely. We see a 31.450 out of David Clymer last lap and Jeremy McLam in with a 31.250. And again, only 4/10ths separating them.
For those that don't know what draft wake is, that's the starting effects of when you're not feeling, but when you're noticing your car is starting to get into the draft. When you're not in draft wake anymore, but like you're still in the draft.
You're just starting to tickle the benefits.
Fully in the draft. That goes the graphic FPS hit. Nope. Nice out maps off.
All right, Jeremy McLam, 3/10ths behind now. It looks like he might actually be opting to sit behind Clymer. I'm not sure. He's not catching up to him as quickly as we thought he was. I was pretty sure we were going to see a spot change here, but he's sitting at that 3/10ths. This has got to be anticipatory, saving the fuel, maybe saving the tires a little bit, just driving as fast as he needs to, not as fast as he can kind of deal. He is still a 10th faster than Clymer on that last lap, though. Nice smooth driving here out of McLam in that 38 car.
Yep, that's the thing about drafting. You want to get there quick. You gotta do nice, smooth driving. And during sudden movements, it's just gonna hurt your draft.
Well, and it's important to note, right, draft is both the good and bad, because when you're in the draft, you're in a straight, it's no problem, but when you're in those corners, you're running that dirty air, you're gonna be having some trouble. Yeah. Less downforce.
As McLam gets closer to Clymer, Yeah, he's definitely in the draft. So as he gets a bit closer, that means he's gonna have the opportunity to slingshot in front of Climber.
We might see it come here soon. They're on lap 21 now of 150. 1/10 separating them. McLam looking to make the inside. Here he goes. Climber holding it tight. These guys have gone too wide. Here we go. Switching to Climbers into cockpit cam as he pulls in behind Jeremy McLam. And McLam takes first position away from David Climber. The change has happened.
Yeah, thanks to that drafting slingshot.
Now let's see if Climber can utilize that draft to manage to keep up on him now. That's going to be the big question here. That 242 car we know has a small amount of damage from that wall tickle. Wayne Roberts in third position. He's going to be eyeing up that second spot as well. Looking good here, boys. I'm going to chance it for a moment, take a look through the rest of our field. We'll take a look top 5 right now. Jeremy McLam, David Climber, Wayne Roberts, Andrew White, and Mike McMillan. Brandon Skinner is currently up to 6th position. William Martinez down into 7th. Mike Weber up for 8th. Jerry Watson in 9th. And Donald Warren in 10th. Moving back to Brandon Carl, David Blair, Tyson Landis, Mark Setkoyak, and Braden Schwach as he comes around the line, starting his 23rd lap of the 150 here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Back to our leaders. It's a battle 4 ways now.
About 4 cars, McLam, Climber, Roberts, and White. As all cars on the draft of each other. So, just the cars behind McLam.
That's right. We've got barely 2/10 separating each car here, dropping down to 1/10, going back up to 2/10 every time we hit a corner. These guys are just about nose to tail, looking good, keeping a good 4-way battle for the lead here. It's going to have to wonder as looks like Andrew White. That's right, moves down to the inside on that number 3 car, the 47 of Wayne Roberts, getting pushed up top. As long as he doesn't fight too hard, though, those 4 cars should stay running together.
And White's in 3rd, Roberts 4th.
The number 3 in 3rd, got to be feeling good. Andrew White, another one of those newer drivers to the Simpit. Not so new now. He's now run, I believe, 2 seasons with us, but still newer than you know. David Climber's been out there for a long time. McLam and Roberts as well.
There goes White for the inside.
Looking to push Climber up. He's going for it.
Is it going to work? Off of 2.
He does have the run. He started off with a tire as they came on the exit of that corner. Now moving up past him. Climber's probably not going to want to fight too hard, hoping that they don't lose McLam.
He gets by. Andrew White in 2nd.
Roberts using that opportunity to push Climber back as well. We now have a full shift. That's Jeremy McLam out front for that 1st position. Andrew White in 2nd. Wayne Roberts in 3rd. And David Climber in 4th position.
And there's Andrew White drafting McLam.
Yeah, he managed to get the move down and managed to keep McLam, so he's doing pretty well. Raw in chat wondering if it's better to sit in 4th, save tires, and let the other 3 battle. What is your take on that, Josh?
Oh, it's a 150 lap race. So I think I'm just gonna stay neutral and just say that's just on your own driving style. Because some more aggressive, some are more passive. Passive, you're gonna save your tires, and then try to be a bit aggressive at the end.
So by my thinking, I'm thinking right now that Andrew White's in the perfect spot. If I'm driving the cars and I'm in this group of 4 here, that's where I'm wanting to be.
Oh yeah, he's in a good spot, and goes playing Spock the first lap back down markers.
Yeah, there he goes. Braden going down the lap. And actually, that gives White the opportunity to move side by side for a second on lap. Not going to manage to get the pass, but he does try. Not quite.
Almost on the door.
He's in. There he goes.
Andrew White to the lead.
And he does take it. I would think if he could, he wanted to stay in 2nd, but that might have been because of the traffic. He might have been forced to take it. I'm not sure. My thinking, as I was saying, is being in 2nd, you can kind of gap 1st place, but keep in his draft while blocking 3rd and 4th, so that hopefully after pits, you manage to keep that position, and then running for the last lap, so you have the opportunity to slingshot to the front without having to worry too much about the guys behind you. But Now he's in front, so we'll have to watch and see how that pans out for him. A little bit wiggly there coming through on his entrance. He has a later apex from the looks of it. The other guy's opting to apex a little earlier and track out a little earlier. That number 38 car of Jeremy McLam now getting pushed up to the top by Wayne Roberts, who's now going for second position. And Andrew White's actually doing pretty good there. He's got himself a pretty good little gap going now.
It's been a bit of a dance these past 10 to 12 laps.
Absolutely.
All these positions between the top 4 here.
Just keeping it going for the guys at home. Looking to be a pretty good race here. Oh, we actually do have our lap cars there. There we are. Andrew White now leading the race as we finish lap 31 onto 32 of 150. These guys keeping it green, knocking on the lid. Wayne Roberts in second position now. Jeremy McLam in third, and David Clymer rounding out the fourth position. And these top 4 drivers have actually spread out quite a bit at this point as we move ourselves back through the field here. Mike McMillan rounding out the top 5 for these guys. Let's continue on back. Brandon Skinner in 6th. There's our first lap car, Braden Schwach in 15th there, moving up top to allow Martinez down low. Bucho getting in 7th position there. Currently down 1 from his starting position, but that's not necessarily going to hurt him. Plenty of time left to go. 8th position held by Mike Weber. Quite a big gap from 8th to 7th there. The other guys have a chance at catching up, but these guys are kind of running off in their own at the moment. That is Donald Warren in 9th position and Jerry Watson in 10th as he crosses the line for 32 laps onto 33 of the 150 here today. Brandon Carl, Dave Blair, Mark Setkoyak, Tyson Landis, and again Braden Schwach round out your top drivers up to 15th for the race here today. Again, Texas Motor Speedway, and this is the series opener for the Simpit Oval Series.
Oh, that's right. Roberts. And the draft wake of Andrew White.
Yeah, only 3/10 at the moment, separating our leader and second position. Down to 2 as we say it, that's correct. And looks like Roberts is going to actually have quite a bit of a run there. He is getting tight on Andrew's backside. Oop, sorry about that. It gets stuck on that pace car every now and again. Drives me nuts. There we are. Wayne Roberts is who we're watching here, right tight on that bumper, the number 3 of Andrew White. You can see as they come out onto our back stretch here. Andrew opting to hold that lower line. That might kick him in the butt later on, though, because if he's defending, he's going to be wearing his tires a little bit more, and he's just allowing Jeremy McLam and David Clymer to catch up. At the moment, they have a full second gap over our 3rd and 4th position drivers there. That group of 4 that started off battling now separating into 2 groups of 2. But Clymer, unfortunately, with that bit of early damage, dropping off as time goes on. Andrew White and Wayne Roberts, the battle for the first position at the moment.
The
one
lead.
to watch.
The thing about that slingshot, though, is if it fails, it's like you gotta recharge your drafting again.
Thank you, Rob. Much appreciated, buddy. You take care, and don't work too hard over there. Work smarter, not harder, right, brother? All right, let's scan our way back again. 3/10 separating Roberts and White. Roberts seeming to be just holding on there. I think he could have gone for the pass at this point if he had wanted to. He did get up to that 10th there. Moving back, Jeremy McLam in 3rd position with David Clymer trying to keep himself there on that booty. And back to Mike McMillan for 5th position. Brandon Skinner in... William Martinez in 6th now. He managed to get past Brandon Skinner there, who's now sitting in 7th position. Mike Weber is going to be our 8th position driver with Donald Warren following right behind him. So we've got a bunch of groups of 2 basically going on for the battle here. Jerry Watson rounding out our top 10. Pretty healthy gap to Brandon Carl in behind him there. And David Blair in 12th.
In the wall too. He's got a bit of damage on that right side.
I'll have to take a look at that here as we come back up. Tyson Landis and Mark Setkoyak and Braden Schwach round out the rest of our field here.
Right side. I'm watching from the rear chase.
Mike Weber it was, eh? Unfortunate.
Yep.
That's going to put some ramifications on his race for sure. He's now in 9th position at the moment with not a lot of draft and running high on that corner there. I'm wondering if he's suffering a little bit of suspension damage maybe from that bash there as well. Sometimes a tickle can do nothing, sometimes a tickle at the wall can do everything.
Roberts just got that slingshot right. Be charged back up again.
He does indeed. Wayne Roberts will go on the in-car as we cross onto our 40th lap of 150 in the battle for first position here.
Looking to get around.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure what he's doing. I would opt to stay in second for as long as I could personally, but I'm not the best oval driver, so
I think he's like getting as much drafting as he can.
We are starting to see our first pits.
And that don't work, he just backs off a bit, tries again, until it finally kicks in.
David Clymer and David Blair both in the pits here, lap 41. I wonder if pitting early is the way to go for these guys. I believe there's a 2-pit race for this one. We'll leave it on the pit camera here as we start to see guys coming in. Looks like we've got there
maybe 3.
David Blair in that 36 car exiting the pits first. And David Clymer now out as well.
And 39.6 for Clymer. The tires, I think it might be a 3-stop. Fuel will be, honestly, more or less a 2-stop. But the other pit, maybe a bit, I think they'll pit a bit more tires than people.
So it might need a little bit of a splashy pit at the end kind of thing. Maybe expecting an accident or something. Tyson Landis pulling into the pits now as well. So that's David Clymer, David Blair, and Tyson Landis all hit. Right about lap 39-40 there. Keeping our focus right now on the battle for first still. Wayne Roberts staying in behind Andrew White. Doing a good job keeping that pressure on, but again, I do think that he's opting to stay there. He's caught up to that 1/10 a few times. You would think that he'd be able to, or would have tried to slingshot pass by now if that was his intention.
Brandon Collin heads to the pit road. Tyson Landis heads off for the even 40 seconds, and Max Zakariak is now on pit road. And that way Martinez on pit road.
You can look at our pit entry there. That's Martinez pulling in. That's our exit here. Keeping an eye on these guys as they all start to come in. This is lap 44. These guys doing a good job so far, holding it together for the race. There is Brandon Carl pulling out of the pits at the moment.
39.6 for Carl.
Absolutely, Joe. These guys are doing great. It's a great battle.
Donald Warren heads to pit road.
Andrew's doing great up there. William Martinez right now currently down into third, but he pit a little bit earlier. Currently down into ninth, down 3 positions, but he pit earlier, so we should see him gain a few when he comes back out on track there.
Martinez 44.3, Zakariak 57.3 due to the price of damage he attained, slamming into a couple times into the wall there.
Maybe opting to take some repairs. All right, back to our action cam there. There we go.
Mike Webber heads to pit road.
Thanks for popping in.
Heading off
of
pit road. 39.9 seconds.
Our leader is currently dealing with the lap traffic again here. Braden Schwalk now in 11th position as they pass him. Let's take a look through our field, speaking of the other drivers here. So again, Andrew White currently leading at the moment with Wayne Roberts in second position. Jeremy McLam still managing to hold third. He's got a couple lap cars behind him there. Looks like that's Tyson Landis, David Blair, and Mark Sitkoyak all kind of shuffling for position there. We got David Clymer currently in 8th. Bucho was holding 9th last I checked, but right now with all of the switching around going with the pits, it's hard to tell. We will check in after all those numbers go yellow. Mike McMillan currently holding 4th position. Brandon Skinner in 5th. There's Bucho in 9th position there in that 72 car. Kind of all lonely at the moment, but again, pitting earlier.
A bit close between White and Webber. White almost chopped the nose off of Webber. Jammed the door, I would say.
Some action with the leaders here. There we are, Andrew White again back up to the front. Keep an eye on them. Lap 49 coming to completion. You would think that White would be coming in on this one. We'll have to see here.
At lap 49. Mike McMillan on pit road.
Starting to see the drivers all get in there.
Webber Diddley
And
pit road, 39.9 seconds.
looks like we got another pitter. That's the 47 car there.
Playing Mobbits.
You got her. Andrew White opting to stay out. Still out, still out. Yeah, lap 50 is completed. We'll have to see if this works out for him. He's obviously running slower right now, running 32.069 giggity on that lap there. As he's low on Mike Webber in the 13 car. Here he goes now, pulling into the pits.
Into pit road.
There is our current race leader, Andrew White.
McMillan, 40.7 seconds. Jay Watson heads to the pits. And there goes the dog. Ryan Roberts staying on pit road, 40.2, and that's Jeremy McLamb on the pit road. Just missing Brandon Skinner and Brian Swak.
Got 2 more drivers left to pull in.
Actually, no tires, White. No tires, just gas.
Taking Dave Blair's title, Andrew White.
You need tires, you idiot.
Dave Blair, I was going to note that. He was the first pitter today. Dave No Tires Blair is no longer hold that title. Andrew's the one for the day.
Jay Watson, 39.9 seconds. Andrew White, a bit slower, 41.1 seconds. 41.1. Jay McLamb, 39.5. And yeah, it is the fastest pit stop time of the day. 5.1 seconds.
And there's our leader, Brandon Skinner, at the moment, but still hasn't pit yet. He's getting Bucho right there, getting past
Andrew White heading back down to the pit. I think he spit on pit road.
Oh no. I did see him come partially out. That's unfortunate.
That's now 1/3 of the way through. Yeah, Texas.
So seeming Andrew White having a penalty on that one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's our leader Skinner coming around here in that 959, getting himself some lead laps for the stats, right? All about the stats.
Yep.
Andrew White on that pit road there. We can take a quick look. That'll be a stop and go, I believe, for the speeding, correct? Yep, he's into the pits there. Alrighty, again, back with our leader here. So, Andrew, Andrew, no tires and also no speed control, maybe?
Yeah, they have to not forget that the pit speed limit is 45 miles an hour, 72 kilometers an hour, or they're going to get that penalty and they come right back and serve it. Which is definitely going to hook them a bit.
That's going to be unfortunate. I'm sure Andrew's going to be kicking himself after that one. That's a hard way to lose your pole. Brandon Skinner currently getting past there. We got, that's Donald Warren in 7th position, making his way past. Skinner running a 32.778 on that last lap. Lap 54, still opting to stay out. I'm wondering, I wonder if he's just going to try to pit once. What do you think? You think he's just going to drag it out to 75 and see how it goes? He's the only one at this point that hasn't gone into the pits.
Brandon Swak gets the pit though.
Yeah, I just saw that. Swak's in.
Skinner's the last guy that has not pit yet, so I don't know how much longer he can hold out, but at some point his tank is going to be full. Up there goes Brandon Skinner.
There he goes. He heard us talking about
it. Yep. He then heads to the pit. Westman's Climber is going to hit back to the lead. Climber
taken first once again with the early pit strat. Look at him go. And as everything starts to shake out here, I'm just going to wait a second before we start looking through the field. But
the 7 is penalty time is a 1:18. Brandon Swak leaves it with a 46.6.
And that, as we speak about the pits, you see there on the screen our man Brandon Skinner pulling in and getting his tires and fuel set up for the day. 55, he went in there. Longest guy out on track. Again, shortest pit time out of Dave Blair on lap 39 and David Clymer using that super early pit there to get himself back up to the lead again.
Skinner out of the pits, 99.6.
And it looks like the pits really shook things up here. So as we move back through the field, we've got David Clymer out front. Then we're looking at our 78 car. That's Mark Setkoyak, sitting in the 13th position there. That's the 47 Moving down below at the moment of Wayne Roberts, that's second position. He's running 1.8 behind David Clymer at the moment, and actually going to lose a little bit more time because he's having to deal with the lap cars. Again, Mark Sequoia at 13th. David Blair currently in 10th. What was that? The number 3 car of Andrew White there, moving down low. He's 14th position now after having to go and serve that penalty there. Very unfortunate for Andrew. Hate to see it. The 2 flame cars, the 78 of Sequoiak and the number 3 of White side by side there as they start to shake it up. Back through the field again, 17 car of Jerry Watson with a 30.801. That's his fastest lap of the race there. And back to number 959, Brandon Skinner. Again, the longest guy out on track, sitting in 12th position at the moment. I believe he is just lapped by the leader, so he's just down. He's not... It's only been passed by the first 2. He might be able to gain something back by this. We'll have to wait and see. The pit strategy is certainly an interesting thing here. It might all come together, but it might not. We'll have to see what happens to Clymer at the end of this race. Jeremy McLam in 3rd position. Mark McMillan in 4th. And Buccio up to 5th position now on the gain. We saw him earlier down 3. He's now up 1, sitting in 5th. Well done. William Martinez in the number 72 car. Doing good there in that 5th position. There's Braden Schwach again running in the back there, but doing a good job of keeping her clean and keeping her on track, off the walls and out of the way. Very much so enjoy seeing the guys come out. 6th place Donald Warren, sorry. Mike Weber currently in 7th. Tyson Landis in 8th. Brandon Carl in 9th. And David Blair are rounding out your top 10. Got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm going to keep myself focused on the leader for the moment. This is David Clymer in that 242 with a Wayne Roberts now only 3/10 behind him in that 47 car. Looks like he's got to split the traffic. We got Andrew White and Brandon Carl both up front there. Andrew White, knowing he can run fairly quick, fairly clean, I would imagine he's not just going to pull out of the way until Clymer goes to take it. Which might be good for Clymer, honestly. Get the draft out of him.
The problem with Andrew White, after that unfortunate circumstance of penalty, is he's now a couple laps down.
Yeah, it's one thing with the oval. You have to pit for that penalty. There's not like, I mean, you're spending, what is that, 30 seconds pretty much driving up and down the pit lane plus your hold, right? It gets to be a big, big penalty when you're on a track like this. Ovals are short. You don't have minutes for lap times. You've only got 30 seconds.
Tyson Landis is actually the last car right now that isn't a lap down.
That's the top 8, if you didn't catch that are currently on the lead lap. The top 8, David Clymer, Wayne Roberts, Jeremy McLam, Mike McMillan, William Martinez, Donald Warren, Mike Weber, and again, Tyson Landis. Top 8 currently on the lead lap. Brandon Carl and David Blair rounding out the top 10, but Jerry Watson, Brandon Skinner, Mark Sequoiak, Andrew White, and Braden Schwach bringing you through the rest of the field. Only 15 cars tonight, but hey, you know what? Not such a bad thing. These guys have been running real clean. They look like they've been enjoying it. There's been a good few battles. As speak of the devil, the number 47 of Wayne Roberts down low on David Clymer. David Clymer in with a 31.292 to a 31.289 out of Roberts on that last lap. Going to see a little bit of a shakeup. Roberts taking the lead, going for a lead lap on this one. We're on lap 65 as the boys cross the line here out of 150. Again, lap 65. And we're at the Texas Motor Speedway for the Simpit Oval Series opener. It's been a good race so far. Much enjoy seeing these guys battle it out as we see Wayne Roberts now up 1 with the lead over David Clymer, who is currently down 1. Again, running through the field, Jeremy McLam in 3rd position, Mike McMillan for 4th, and William Martinez. We're running out the top 5. I'm going to take a look at the rest of the cars, see if we can shine the spotlight on any happenings that are going on the track right now. Looks like Brandon Carl in 9th position is the current car trailing the leaders. Looking back, Jerry Watson in 10th. David Blair in 11th with Mark Sequoiak right behind him in 13th there, a lap down.
We do have a battle between Donald Warren and Mike Weber, 6th and 7th.
Oh, there we go. We'll get to that here in a moment. We've got Jeremy McLam in 3rd position right now, having to dive low on Skinner and Sequoiak for 12th and 13th, respectively. Looks like there's a bit of a battle, yeah, 13th and 14th there as well. And Dave Blair, actually, looks like he's going to get pushed up top. Skinner's going to take him as we're watching. And as you guys know, Skinner and Blair have a bit of a romantic race relationship going on. These guys tend to gravitate towards each other.
Are we calling a bromance or what?
We're calling it a bromance. There is a bit of a bromance here.
Yeah,
These guys do tend to run up against each other. But in this case, Skinner, with those fresher tires, having pit 55 laps into the race, and David Blair in at 39, we are seeing Skinner with a good bit more pace. Blair's kind of forced to just stay up top and let him take the pass.
Weber down low. What's up? Aside for a moment, but back down.
Yeah, jump. Make sure the camera's on the right spot there.
Stay behind Warren.
Yeah, opting to hold back 4/10 behind Warren. That 6th and 7th position there being called at the moment. Thanks, Josh, for catching that. And then as we move back, that's Andrew White in 14th position. And Braden Schwach right behind him in 15th at the moment. Back up to our leader, Wayne Roberts, gaining more of a lead over Clymer as time goes on. That's 8/10 Roberts got at the moment, with 9-lap fresher tires, making a difference, I would think. Clymer's early pit maybe not holding out for him. We're going to have to see. It's all going to depend on timing. Yeah. Brandon Skinner could be the one to bet on, to be honest.
Andrew White did claim a lap back, but Mike Weber is now the last car that isn't a lap down since Tyson got passed by Roberts and Clymer.
So to clarify, that's Wayne Roberts, David Clymer, Jeremy McLam, Mike McMillan, William Martino, Donald Warren, and Mike Weber on the top lead lap. That's the top 7 cars at the moment. Tyson Landis, Brandon Carl, and Jerry Watson bring you back to your top 10. Brandon Skinner, David Blair, Mark Setkoyak, Andrew White, and Braden Schwach for the top 15 of the day.
As we're a couple hours from the halfway mark, if you're interested in anything going on manufacturer related in this race, the Chevys get the top 3. Your highest placing Toyota right now is in 4th, and your highest placing Ford right now is in 6th.
The Chevy's dominating at the moment. But it kind of is what's going to happen when you've got more of them than every other car. Yeah, as a rule.
I like to see whatever it is, 5 Chevys, 5 Fords, 5 Toyotas.
Exactly, yeah. It's a kind of an unfair metric. But I'm going to pretend like it's a totally fair metric and say, go Chevys. Currently keeping our eyes on Jerry Watson there at 11th position. He's got Brandon Skinner ahead of him in 10th and David Blair behind him in 12th. David Blair actually has a little bit of damage there. I caught when we were looking at his car. That rear left quarter panel with some damage there. Must have slid up into the wall a bit and had a bit of a bonk. But still holding on to 12th and doing all right.
You know, saying pretending is fun. It is fun. Very fun.
Agreed. Agreed. Much agreed. How you doing, Neil? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. Thanks, everybody in chat, as always, you guys, for popping in. Much appreciated. Obviously, without you guys, there's no stream, right? I know we do have a few of the Oval drivers that had asked that we brought the broadcast back, so we decided to, but it's not as fun if we don't have some guys to talk to, the pit crew members in the chat every now and again. So feel free to pipe up with questions at any time. Either Josh or I will be watching it, so no problem there. Thank you, Neil, very much for the compliment. Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is the Simpit Oval Series opener. For anybody that's joining us recently, Simpit Oval Series opener at Texas Motor Speedway. David, I hit walls, Blair. Andrew, pit speed, White.
They probably like the walls. And
J-Dog, 1126 free. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the pit crew. We appreciate you. Many, many thank yous. Thank you very much, J-Dog. Let's move ourselves back here. Wayne Roberts with a pretty commanding lead at the moment. He's 1.4 seconds ahead of Clymer. Looks like Roberts is holding it down for the time being. Lap 74 coming to a close. We've hit the halfway mark of 150 laps here at the Texas Motor Speedway. Things are looking good.
It's next time by, that'll be halfway.
Listen here, Mr. Sister. My math is not very good.
I'm just telling you how they do in real life.
Wait, okay, so if we want to stipulate, it would be like halfway through the 75th lap, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that technically be how, right?
Now it's halfway.
There we go. All right, halfway through now. They're on lap 76 of 150, with Wayne Roberts in the lead and David Clymer in second.
Because it's the completion of the lap that makes it halfway. Go the way through, fourth of the way through, etc.
This is why we have Steam. I'm not the smartest individual, I'm just loud.
What? You seem to know quite a bit about the roadside.
The roadside, yeah. I'm what you
We're
would
not on the
call.
road, Josh. I know, but I'm just being complimentary.
I'm a little how you call K-Kona challenged.
And the oval things, yeah.
Boogity boogity
One of those
boogity. These
things
guys
you-
go racing.
Yeah, one of those things you turn left unless you're in the UK. You turn right.
Now that could be confusing.
That could be fun.
Selective knowledge, eh, Neil? Yeah.
I want this, not that. Get that out of my head.
So we're keeping our eye here on Wayne Roberts at the moment. I'm going to jump into his in-car. So he pit on lap 49. We're now starting to see the early pits come out. Tyson Landis currently in. So I wanted to keep a look and just see how his tires are running.
I have a breaking news. Tyson Landis pit road, but he is out of here.
Oh, did he actually...
He manually disconnected.
Oh no, must have had some issues on Landis's end there. That's unfortunate. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
And in terms of manufacturer license, remember I said the top four was in the 6th place? Yeah, he's up to 5th now.
Yeah, Donald Warren up 8 spots in that top 4. He's actually our mover and shaker for the day in that 5th position there, doing well. So we got ourselves again. I'm watching Roberts here on the in-car as he starts to work his way through the traffic. That's William Bucho Martinez on the inside in the 72 car at the moment. We'll see Bucho, I'm sure, go up to the top as we come out of the exit here. I'm sure he's just holding his line and being expected. Roberts opting to hold the higher side, probably trying to save some tires at this point as he runs past Bucho there. David Clymer's going to be in behind there. 7/10 behind at the moment, so it's going to take a moment for him to get ahead of Martinez there.
And that top 4 is back at 6th. He wanted to field the top 5. It would have felt like to be in top 5 for a moment.
He had it for a moment, and now it's gone. There's David Clymer as I switch to our pit camera there, pulling in from 2nd position on lap 81. So he's definitely going for 3 pits then, right? Because there's no way he's going
40,
60
80,
laps.
120.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got his plan. Clymer's going for the 3-pit strat for sure
David
here.
Blair on the pits.
Yeah, Blair's in. I think David might be using David for some cues because this seems oddly familiar.
And there's a David use another David for David cues. That David, I'm gonna copy what that other David's doing.
Right, there we go. Oh, and as we take a look, we got a little bit of a violent move there. Who was that? Mike Weber and Donald Warren. That Chev Ford battle going on here for the top 5. Looks like Warren's going to take it for the moment. These guys are shuffling back and forth. Got ourselves a little battle here. Guys running very similar times. And sitting very, very close together. With the leader coming up at the moment, we'll have to watch and see how this goes. So right now, the leader about to make the pass to lap our top 5 drivers, just showing you the skill gap at the moment. These leaders, the guys that are running out in that 1-2 position are just crazy good drivers. They are on point today, having an excellent race.
David Blair, 44.3 seconds for the pit time. David Clymer, 1 minute, 20 seconds.
You know, it's not often that you want a caution, eh, Joe? But on a race like this, I mean... Oh, Wayne Roberts dropping back.
Yellow.
What happened?
We got a yellow.
Have a yellow. We got it. Oh my! Wait, Joa threw the water bottle. What'd you
say yellow, Joa? We're gonna get it. You got a yellow.
What'd you do? So it looks like
that was McMillan. He said, "Because it's me." So.
That's on the exit of 2, is it? Yeah, there you go. Mike McMillan in the Toyota Supra, the number 42, 5th position at the time, has a little bit of an issue and causes the yellow. A little bit of a wall caught on the exit there. We'll say that an anonymous Canadian came in and just dropped a water bottle right on the exit there. Move ourselves back up to the live camera just to take a look at his damage there. Unfortunately, he's got quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's a bumper missing. There's some scrapes on the front. Yeah, the rear. Yeah, the whole rear clip. I mean.
Yeah, big scumbling on the front. I mean, Roberts though has a bit of war spatter scars, a little bit on that rear right side.
And Clymer's going to be kicking himself now for that early pit, isn't he?
So does Skinner and Swak.
Wayne Roberts is in. Well, actually, no. Actually, Clymer's pit might work out good because now he's going to be out at the front, right?
Yep.
But he's going to have them right close behind him.
Roberts, McLam, Martinez, Watson, Warren, Weber, down on the once guys down pit road.
I'm pretty sure most of them are going to go in, right? I mean, you've got to be crazy not to at this point. Everybody that's a lap down, I think, will have to wait a lap to go in, right? You got to come in on
they can only go in when it says the pit's open.
Yeah, so
can't go in when it's closed.
So we should see another group here going into the pits here in just a moment. Watching these guys on pit lane. Wayne Roberts.
Now watching the rest of pit road. Roberts will win it. 40.2. McLam 39.3. Warren 39.2. Weber 39.1. Martinez 43.2. And for Watson 51.5.
And there we go. The pit lane emptied out there. Move ourselves back. We're just going to take a look and see who decides to go in here as well. Because there are, I believe, going to be some more pits. Yeah, we see the guys dropping down right now. We're going to leave it on the pit cam as the rest of them start to come in.
Seems to be 5 cars the most.
Andrew, too fast, White. No speeding. Don't do it. No speeding. Hopefully he manages to get some laps back here.
Now that top Ford guy, now Warren, he's up to 3rd. Thanks to that pit stop he did. He gained a couple spots out there. Brandon Call, Mike McMillan, Andrew White, Mark Zakariak, and Brandon Swak.
I didn't even notice that. Josh, are you noticing the lights on the catch fence? Can you see that graphic stuff?
Yes, I am. It's like they're doing a little dance.
They got the yellow for the yellow flag. That's pretty cool. Again, I am what you would call K-Kona ignorant, so I don't know if that's new or not, but that should be on everything. I like that. You done seen that? That is some hecka cool stuff right there. I am impressed. I like it.
Carl wins the race off that group's pit road. 40.1, McMillan 39.7. And right at Mark Zakariak, their times are going to be 45 and 45.6. And it's kind of 42.6.
Been there for a few seasons? Okay.
Braden Swanky's still in there.
Thanks for clarifying, Joy. Yeah, that's, I guess it's not new, but it is cool. I like that.
There he goes.
I would like to see more of that. that kind of thing. That would be really, really cool.
Braden Swank, 1 minute 12.
You imagine how much easier it would be on the Nordish Life if there was if the fences had yellow LEDs on them? That'd make life so much easier. Looks like they're going to be completing lap 84 here under yellow, watching for the lights to go off on the pace car there. I think they've got one more after this one, though, no? We'll watch it here as they come across. Dave Blair. Yeah, lights are off.
The lights.
Dave gets the wave around. Clymer's on the wave around. How did Clymer end up in 10th?
I don't know, but Clymer and Blair are going to have to zoom around the track, like get to the back.
There we go, double file. Yeah, I guess that's a fair point, Joe. Is that if they don't have it in real life, they're not going to do it. But I would love like all of the road race tracks to see this and be like, hey, that should be done. that's a really nice feature. Do they have that at any other tracks that you know of?
Yes, it says except on the north, there's option to slow down.
Yeah, they think it is.
Yeah.
Optional yellows.
With a track with that thin.
All right, here we go, boys. Pace car should be pulling in right away. Getting ready for the restart. Completing lap 88, starting lap 89 of 150 here today at the Texas Motor Speedway for the Simpit Oval Series opener. These guys are getting ready to send it as they come out of turn 4. Pace cars in. Wayne Roberts with the start.
And back to...
Buggity, 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 let's go racing! Wayne Roberts with the start. Jeremy McLam in second position, and Donald Warren, our current mover and shaker for the day, up 10 positions into third. Most of the cars having pit lap 85. We have some guys on lap 86, couple on 84, but the vast majority pit on lap 85 there from the looks of it. And Wayne Roberts immediately with a heck of a lead. Uh-oh, caution again. Let's go spot the sideways car. Cautions breed more cautions.
We're gonna start the breeding. How are we gonna start the caution family?
Oh, he went right when he should have gone left, unfortunately.
Oh!
Into the wall.
That had
Got
to.
himself loose.
Okay, that's beyond the hood. That's
Yeah, that's 200 kilometers an hour just about into the wall. Not fun. But didn't pick anybody else up out.
Yep, 125 mile an hour.
Yeah, hate to see it. Yeah, hate to see it.
One of the cars like this comes up right on the high heels of the previous one. There's no need to come back down the pit road, I think. But, yeah, what do I know? Absolutely, positively nothing.
Get ourselves back up live there. Caution babies are indeed ugly.
Yeah, you gotta clean. We're not gonna get deaf on this one, not.
Hey, ain't nobody like a caution baby.
Hey, who is the car is his mother and who is his father?
Tanika, Patrick, and Sean. I didn't say that. That didn't come out of my mouth. It wasn't in the...
No, you gotta tell Sean that. You gotta tell him that. I don't know if he's ever heard that one before, but you gotta tell him.
All right, boys.
Neo's got the open mouth.
Moving on. Wayne Roberts currently leading the back as we go through lap 91.
Weird and awkward.
Coming out of turn 2 onto the back stretch.
No evil, hear no evil.
Right, that's how it goes. Let's take a moment to run through our standings here while these guys are running their caution. Yeah, Wayne Roberts out front, currently up 1 position in that 47 car. In the lead with Jeremy McLam in second place in that 38 car. Again, Donald Warren up 10 positions as our mover and shaker for the day, rounding off our podium. Mike Weber in 4th, and Brandon Skinner up into 5th. Brandon Carl in 6th position, trailed behind by Mike McMillan, William Martinez, Jerry Watson, and David Clymer for our top 10. Andrew White, Mark Satkoyak, David Blair, Braden Schwach, and Landis, who had to dip out, round out the rest of our field for today.
Joe was saying to me, who got the hot dog for the free hot dog at the hot dog stand? And like, don't.
Blair got the hot dog on the first one. I don't know who's getting it on this one. Let's see if we can find out. I think Andrew White?
Maybe McMillan, because he's 7th and he's a lap down.
Is he?
The highest guy.
Oh, is it the highest, not the one that's in the lead?
Okay. I think that's how it goes.
Okay, I always get confused. So White's the one that's technically in front in order. But if 7 is the first car that's a lap down by number,
we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to watch. It's gonna either be Andrew White or Mike McMillan.
I'm sure the aficionados can definitely tell us already, but
I think it's White because I think it's the blue car that's in the front. I don't think it matters as to which lap it is because I vaguely remember pushing really, really hard and being the lucky dog like 4 times in a row.
No, Andrew White is a lap down from McMillan.
Yeah, I think White gets it. I'm pretty sure. We'll be able to tell here in just a second. Lap 92 going to be coming to a close here. They're going through turn 3 and 4. We will have to see. First car down. Thank you, Joe. Thank you very much. So, yes.
Yep, so it's going to be McMillan is going to get the free hot dog at the hot dog stand.
Ibuprofen, how you doing today, bud? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in, brother.
Where does he want on his hot dog?
No relish. That's all I ask. If you're gonna put pickles on something, use pickles.
Oh yeah, and no ketchup. Don't put ketchup on hot dogs.
Whoa, what? You don't put ketchup on hot dog? Ketchup and mustard is like standard stuff.
I just put the mustard on there. That's good with me.
I accept you. My daughter only uses mustard.
Because if you get a little... The ketchup and the mustard together, it gets a little conflicting with the flavors and the colors.
Well, it looks like they're staying in position there. They're not getting a wave around. Who was it that got the wave around?
There's some people who like to put everything on a hot dog. And if everything falls out.
I don't know which one. Who got the hot dog?
Should be McMillan, but...
Well, he's not. It's not going past now, so...
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
No one gets a hot dog.
I'm sure one of them did. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. It's one of those things.
Hopefully, chili, if you're feeling up for it.
Hopefully, we get used to this stuff at some point in time, or hopefully, I get used to this enough that I can call it properly. I'm getting better with the action side of things, but the nuancy stuff. At least I know when the lights go off, it's about time to go. Speaking of which, we're on turn 4, and the pace car's gonna be pulling in right away. Dark Knight, thanks for coming to pop in, buddy. Appreciate you. Mustard and chill.
The thing is, I already had dinner. I'm good.
Well, don't you know, when you say something and chill, it's more about the chill than it is about the other thing. Hey, Max, you know what, bud? You did good, dude. Don't beat yourself up too hard. Here we go. Green, buggity buggy. Wayne Roberts with the lead. And there he goes, setting the pace. Jeremy McLam in second position. Donald Warren in third. Mike Weber for fourth. Brandon Skinner in fifth. Trailed behind by the side-by-side Andrew White. Brandon Skinner out low on Andrew White at the moment. Looks like Andrew's going to opt to try and get his lap back. He hit lap 84, and he does have some pace, so he should be able to do it. There he goes underneath on Warren there. He's definitely looking to get his lap back. Look at him go. He's pushing her real hard there. We might be able to see him get back on that lead lap, maybe.
Oh, we got a problem with the... I don't know why it's down on Pit Road. What's going on here?
Watson on pit road from 10th position must have had either damage or a penalty, I would imagine. Wayne Roberts. Oh, probably a penalty, yeah, because he can't serve the penalty under yellow. Nuance, I totally got that one. You had to wait till after the yellow to serve the penalty. Very good, we figured it out. Wayne Roberts crossing the line with a 30.264 fastest lap of the race, hands down. Well done, Wayne Roberts. Again, I think 30.264, doing well. Jeremy McLam with his fastest lap of the race. That's a 30.431. And Andrew White again looking to get himself back up there. I don't know if he's going to catch them at that pace, though. Wow, those guys are running quick. We got Mike Weber sitting in that 13 car in third position at the moment. Should be able to just ride White's draft for a little while there. We'll have to see if he decides to force the pass. There is a battle here for fourth with Donald Warren and Brandon Skinner. Brandon Skinner looking for the move, pushing Warren up top, and he is going to get it, and that's William Bucho Martinez. I believe that is right in behind them. Dave Blair also up in that mix, and Dave Clymer. What a little bit of a gaggle going on here. Clymer looking to go down. Bucho closing the gap. We got a whole little bit of something going on here. David Clymer's looking for that 7th position off of Bucho. Bucho going to make the pass now. Looks like that was Skinner getting stuck up top. Got quite a bit of shuffling here going on. It's hard to tell who's who. David Clymer getting himself ahead there. 9:59 of Brandon Skinner stuck up top. The 36 of Dave Blair down low there. Holding that low line, holding it down. Andrew Warren up top in that number 16 for 5th position there. So the battle for 4th and 5th does continue. Skinner and Warren going at it here. After they got split by Martinez, that's Bucho and Clymer there. I'm knocking on wood this time, Joe. Nobody, let's get this yellow out of here. These guys are mixing and doing all kinds of crazy stuff here. I want to see them keep it up.
Like a banana, pineapple, And else yellow. Mustard. Just... Yeah, I don't know. Foods.
All right, Wayne Roberts currently with a 1.7 second lead on second position. Words, Booth. You smell that?
English.
I have word problems. Andrew White now up, moving himself past that number is 38 car of Jeremy McLam. So and White does have some pace here for sure. He's moving himself up there. Hopefully he does manage to get his lap back. Jeremy McLam in second position. Mike Weber in third. Again, Bucho and Clymer battling it out for 7th position at the moment. Bucho with a pretty dominating lead for now. We'll have to see how Clymer deals with that there. And moving ourselves back through the field, we got Brandon Skinner in 4th position still with that lead over Warren, actually managing to lengthen that gap a bit. David Blair continuing the bromance with Skinner, even though he's a lap down. He's keeping up the pressure. You know, those guys got to get together a few times every race. McMillan in 9th position there in that 42 car as we go back through the field. Carl, that's Brandon, in the 77. In 6th position at the moment, just out of that top 5, and actually does have a chance to catch up to these guys. There's only a lap car separating them. It's not like they're very far apart. Sorry about the camera jumping around there. That pace car is screwing everything up. Seth Koyuk in 12th position in the number 78 car as we move ourselves again back through the field. Jerry Watson as the final car in 13th position, currently running out of these cars on the field here today. We started with 15 down to 13. Again, unfortunately, Landis had to dip out. Hopefully everything's okay there. Braden Schwach had himself a little bit of a cold tire issue on one of the restarts and put himself in the wall. So it's unfortunate to see that, but he got himself off the track safely and towed her and put her out for the race. Doing a good job keeping it on track for them first 90 some odd laps. And now we're back on our leader, Wayne Roberts. Lap 103 coming to a close.
We're in the hundreds, and we're now in 2 minutes into the race. The series 1, 2, 3, 4. The highest Ford in 5th, and the highest Toyota in 6th.
Yeah, what are we looking at? About 20 minutes or so from this point, I think. As long as we stay green. Again, I'm knocking on wood every time this time. Wayne Roberts
Once again,
with
though,
the lead.
Chevy's showing the domination in sheer numbers.
Oh, Clymer got past Bucho there. He made a heck of a jump. I didn't even see that. Wow. Got past Bucho and also now passing Mike Weber for that 3rd position. Clymer looking to get his lap back. Pushing there. As they close lap 104 down. Mike Weber currently holding the top of the podium. Get back to this group of cars here. Bucho off on his own here in a little bit of a bubble. Brandon Skinner in 4th position. David Blair currently down low on the 16 of Donald Warren at the moment as we come in through turn 3. Here at Texas Motor Speedway, we see some door-to-door action. And Warren does manage to come out on top from the looks of things. Looking pretty good there. Yep, does manage to get that position. Well, he's, get past that car, I should say. Dave is lapped at the moment. But all these guys are going to be struggling to get their laps back, do the best they can, that kind of thing. McMillan sitting in 9th position there, separating Brandon Carl and Donald Warren in 5th and 6th places, respectively. But hey, the 16 car, Donald Warren going low on Brandon Skinner, but Skinner staying up high and maintaining a pretty good bit of speed on entry there. Also likely going to have a good bit of speed on the exit. Does come down, ooh, closes the door on Warren there, fairly close racing. Take a look on Skinner's bumper. These guys are real tight as Skinner comes down. Warren's actually going to get forced up, and Dave Blair almost squeaks his way in there, but not quite. Not quite. What a gaggle.
A bunch of cars in one spot there on the front straightaway.
Yeah, lots going on with this group here. I think Skinner and Warren fighting it out still. That's Skinner now on the outside. Warren making the pass. Skinner's going to drop back. Skinner pit lap 86 and Warren on 85, so not much different in tire wear on these cars, I'd imagine. Skinner opting to take that higher line, though. Might be having better tires in the long run, with Warren going quite a bit tighter there for a few laps. We'll have to wait and see. Warren touching the apron there as they come out of turn 4 and across the line, completing 108 laps of our 150 today at Texas Motor Speedway. Move ourselves back up to our leader. Let's get a check-in here. Wayne Roberts in that 47 car, now with a full 1.5-second gap over Jeremy McLam in that 38. And again, third position, Mike Weber just hanging out there. We can take a quick look at Clymer in 7th and Bucho in 8th there. Actually, Bucho is looking to get himself in a bit of trouble here now. He is a lap down, and he's about to get swarmed. We've got Donald Warren and Brandon Skinner continuing their battle as they deal with the lap cars. Warren opting to go up top. Bucho hanging down low. Roberts checking out indeed, Dark Knight, indeed. Looks like Brandon is not getting that much of a run here. He does get past Bucho. Oh, almost, not quite. He kind of slingshot in on the brake zone there, but not quite holding it out. Looks like Bucho's offering to hold the lower line, force the other cars to go around the top at the moment. Brandon Skinner looking to make his way by. Again, the bromance with Skinner and Blair continuing. These two always close together. There we go. Martinez gets pushed up at the top there, forcing him to lose that position for the moment. Blair going to opt to go low as well. And who's that there? The 42. The number 9... Sorry, 9th position, the number 42. That's a position. Unfortunately, Bucho getting knocked back into 9th now. Satkoyak.
Carl and McMillan get by Martinez.
Yeah, exactly. Carl and McMillan splitting him there. And now Martinez in that 9th position. Currently down 3 from his start. 8th position for McMillan, down 5 at the moment. Our mover and shaker, Donald Warren, is up 9 at the moment for 4th position. You had that 3rd for a bit, but we'll have to watch and see how he does here as time goes on. Brandon Carl closing the gap on Brandon Skinner for that top 5. Skinner at the moment right on Dave Blair's tail. This seems to be the area of the track to follow at the moment, but the guys are spreading out. Let's move ourselves back up to our leader real quick and have a check-in with Roberts. 2.2, he is indeed checking out. Gone at the moment. Lap 114 coming to a close of our 150 today. Again, 2.2 second lead on Jeremy McLam. Andrew White in 10th position at the moment. Still holding the top 10, but unfortunately back a good bit from where he started and losing his lead that he had for a good while there due to some likely speeding in the pits, we believe. The 38 car of Jeremy McLam there in 2nd position. Probably going to be looking to pass him, I'd imagine. Yeah, he goes down low there right now. And White will be facilitating that pass, I'm sure. They might be kind of dancing a little bit, too, using each other's draft. We'll have to watch and see. But Jeremy McLam now ahead of Andrew White. And we'll move ourselves back again. David Clymer, 7th position, looking to get himself back up there if he can. Mike Weber in that 13th car, rounding out our podium. And Donald Warren making the pass on Brandon Skinner earlier on, putting him into 4th position, up 9 from his start as our mover for the day. David Blair running in between him and Skinner in that number 36 for 11th position. And again, Brandon Carl looking to reel in the other Brandon. Looking for some Brandon on Brandon, some B on B action. Skinner and Carl.
Now on the opposite end for driver on the move, the Top Break Award. We got a 3-way tie here for a Top Break Award. David Clymer, Andrew White, and Jay Watson. All 3 6 spots down from the start. All 3 tied for Top Break Award.
The womp womp. Unfortunately.
It was going to be cutting that trophy into 3s.
And there's Watson there, currently our trailing driver in 13th at the moment, but he's holding on to it. He's doing all right. Moving ourselves up to the 12th car, 78th car in 12th position of Marcus Atkoyak. Bucho William Martinez in 9th, and that's 72. Looking to get a little bit closer to McMillan from the looks of things if he can. These guys could potentially have a battle later on. We'll have to watch and see. Again, Brandon Carl trying to get up on Skinner, but it doesn't look like he's going to catch him. They've got about a second separating them at the moment. David Blair in that 36, still holding down 11th. Not really causing any pressure or any trouble with anybody, just riding his own bubble at the moment. Donald Warren, again, after passing Skinner, still holding that 4th position, and he's up 1.3 over Skinner, so didn't have any problems there. Mike Weber in that 85, pitting lap 85 in the 13 car. He's in third position, rounding out the podium again. Jeremy McLam in second, and Jeremy McLam is in the pits. Lap 118, the early pitter. Here we go. This is where we're going to start to see things shake up as the cars begin their pit cycles.
Remember, it's going to come around the fast lap 119 to begin lap 120.
There we are. Wayne Roberts, like he says, lap 120 begins. Excuse me.
And next time by is going to be, on lap 11 squared. 11 times 11, 121.
121, just about done. Let's see where we're at
like
here. Wayne Roberts coming out of turn 4. Let's actually do an in-car for Wayne here, since we don't have a lot of action going on at the moment for the track. Take a look and see. Running real wide, using all of the track there, coming through T1, coming back to his apex through the little kinks there. Into 1 here, he's going to drop it down nice and low. Even close to that apron. Josh keeping track of our pits for us there. Roberts going out wide on turn 2 there, coming nice close to the wall. It's going to get a little bit wiggly there. There must be a bump on that backstretch.
Yeah, I think there's a tunnel on it that turns 1 into a 3 and 4.
Yeah, you see him coming out
one
there.
leaves 40.5.
The pit cycle's starting to come out. Donald Warren and Jeremy McLam both out. David Clymer now going in. You called it, 122, so he did the what was that, 2040s? 40, 80, 120s?
David Clymer left pit both, 40 seconds even. David Blair heads in the pit boat.
So we're pretty confident that David's using David now, aren't we? that's 3 for 3. David's using David. Yeah.
I think we have to put a rule in there. No David can follow another David.
Dave on Dave's, Brandon on Brandon. It's a big old party up in here.
Bring the dip.
So I wanted to note while we're watching our leader here, again, Wayne Roberts at the moment with a dominating lead, 10 seconds ahead of Mike Weber. I know there was a pit there at a second position, so we'll have to see how that shakes out. But you watch here as he comes out of 4, he's not going to apex tight on these kinks. He's actually kind of leaving a little bit of space there and kind of going a little bit wider, not quite to the wall through the through the start-finish line there. I'm wondering if he's... Yeah, through the quad oval. It looks like he's got himself a good solid line through there, not quite too tight, not wearing the tires a crazy amount, you know. He's probably playing a little bit of that conservation game. Seems to be working out for him.
Yeah, Blair, 42.5 seconds for his pit stop time.
Yeah, Blair, and actually coming out and right in front of our leader there. We're gonna back it on up here. We can watch and see from the far perspective our leader.
Andrew White on pit road.
Looks like we don't have any groupings at the moment. Lap 123, 24 rather, coming to a close.
125 coming to a close.
Depends on who we're looking at. Okay, I was lap down. I'm sorry.
I'm
there we go. There we go. Back on the leader again. Yes, 125 coming to a close. That's 25 laps left, boys, of 150. We are just about there. These guys have done really well. Let's be honest.
Andrew White, fastest pit stop time of the night, 29.7. I'm thinking he didn't take all 4s. He probably took either 2 on the left or 2 on the right.
Yeah, good call. I wonder. I'll have to watch and see.
Comes to the pits.
Trying to get that lap back, doing everything he can. That Andrew White is. Just keeping our eye on Roberts at the moment. I know it's not super exciting for now, but nobody's racing super close at the moment, so we're going to keep our commentary more sticking to the more sticking to what's going on with the pits than what we're actually watching on screen at the moment. I suppose I could bring us to the pit lane, but not everybody's pulling in at once, so we'll have to kind of watch it.
Some go, some lead. One at a time, most likely.
Brandon Skinner pulling out at the moment.
34.5 is his pit stop time.
So he's got the best one out of the last group to pit, excluding White, who obviously took 2 tires instead of 4. And White's
Andrew White
back in the
down
pits.
Did he speed again?
Maybe his pit time was fast because he sped, yeah. Oh no. We'll have to watch and see here as he comes
I
in.
made that off the chalkboard.
That's the 72 of William Bucho Martinez pulling into the pits as well there.
Yeah.
Yeah, here he goes. He's pulling in and... yep, his right tire's coming up right now. Let's see if he gets the lefts as well. Oh. Yeah, left tires as well. So maybe he forgot to take tires.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Maybe he took both sets there. I wonder what happened. Something happened there. I'm not entirely sure, but something went on.
Andrew White leads 44.5 seconds. And Martinez is gonna come on pit road. 44.1.
Climber just passed the leader. Did he get his lap back?
Let's see, Climber's 2 laps down. He should be.
Oh, he's still one lap
to
down.
a single lap down.
Yeah, still one down.
His Climber's an 8th. There's only 4 cars on the lead lap. Wayne Roberts, Mike Webber, Brandon Carr, and Jamie McLamb. The Chevys are 1-2. The top Toyota's in 3rd.
Oh, keep in mind though. Hold on,
the top Ford is in 6th.
Hold on, no. So David Clymer got that one back, putting him 1 down, but Wayne Roberts hasn't pit yet. When he pits, he's going to be in for 40 seconds. That's a lap. Clymer has his laps back. If everything works out, Clymer should be back on the lead lap again. Right? That checks out, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure that checks out, though. That seems like about right.
Supposedly. That's what's at.
Yeah, that's what should happen. We should either he's going to be back on his lap, or he'll be a lap down. But I think he's got.
It's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah. I think
it's the biggest chance he can get. One half.
Because he did get ahead of Roberts. I guess it depends on how far he gets ahead of Roberts, right? We'll have to watch and see. Roberts opting not to pit yet, though. He might even just stay out. Who knows? We're on lap 132 at this point. Roberts could just be sending it.
Just on the 20 to go.
Let's look at this. So Roberts, Weber, and Carl all pit lap 85, have not pit yet. And we're getting down to 20 to go. We're less than 20 to go.
Just see.
So we'll have to watch and see. I don't know, man. This could be interesting. This could be interesting. William Bucho Martinez getting past in 10th position at the moment. Past our leader there. That's who we just saw.
So we'll just go from 3 laps down to 2 laps down.
Very nice, very nice. So holding it on. Yeah, I don't know. They might just send it for the rest, man. It's hard to say. Are you going to pit 15 laps before the exit or before the end of the race? Because Clymer's going to get his lap back if he does that. At this point. I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is, do they pit now? Or do they pit later on?
Maybe they're hoping on a caution.
Maybe. So we need somebody to throw the water bottle out here again.
I'm knocking. I'm not cursing nobody.
I thought we knew. For a moment.
And then we see Wayne Roberts pull a little bit of a 360 on the front stretch to throw the yellow.
Yeah. There's 16 to go now.
Shenanigans going on here? What's going on? Yeah, 16 to go, 135. This race is going to be won on fuel mileage, Max says.
That if your tires don't die before the end. I hope they're not screaming right now.
I mean, we'll have to see. Like, if you look at the times right now, we'll go through the leaderboard here. We got Wayne Roberts in first with a 32.967, and the fastest car is Skinner with a 30. Oh, actually, sorry. Fastest car is Andrew White with a 30.618. You say Clymer?
Back on pit.
Oh, Bucho.
Yeah, back on pit road. He just popped up on my screen here.
Unfortunate.
And Roberts is now. I think he's not turning the engine off, turning it back on to save fuel.
You think so?
I heard the engine cut out and turns one. No, he's just letting off the gas, letting it coast, I think.
He's coasting to save the fuel on it.
Yeah.
Top 3 should be 1 lap in the green on fuel. Okay. Newish tires and what I can assume is a full tank of gas. Interesting. They did change things up a bit, so it's longer this season now. Max calling it. If 1 to 3 end up running out of fuel, P4 wins. Hey, P4 just moved up. Jeremy McLam moved up.
That means...
No, he's talking about
P4.
Jeremy. He's talking about Jeremy.
Yeah.
Because Jeremy just moved up there.
Yeah, McLam is in third, Brendan Carl's in fourth. So top 3 ran out of fuel.
No.
Car passes all.
That happened before he said that. If you look, he's talking about the guys that pit lap 85. Jeremy was in 118. So Jeremy's got newer tires and more fuel.
Yeah, but Jeremy McLam is in third.
I know. Max was delayed. Remember, there's a delay for the chat.
Oh, he's delayed.
Yeah.
Stop being late.
Weber did pit though. Weber is in. So we'll have to see where Weber ends up here. This could change everything. I don't know.
We'll see when it gets to like the last 5 laps.
Yeah, I mean Wayne Roberts still up front, and we're on 138 here. I don't see him pitting. I don't think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna send it. He's just gonna feel.
Weber,
yeah, you hear him lifting, like he's coasting right now.
Yeah, he is doing that.
Coasting up at the top.
Road, 30.3 seconds, and Zakariak left 40.9.
Yeah, Weber should be. I mean, Weber decides to pit. Carl's still out, and Wayne Roberts are still out. Those are the only two. I mean, technically Watson is, but Watson had to go back in there on 93, so...
Yep. Well, Bassine is out lap 140. He's going to be 10 to go next time by.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go.
Well,
there it is.
21 minutes. Listen, that donuts for some of these guys.
We know he'll be good, but he'll lose the positions, right? Because those other guys, he's got people ahead of him. He'll lose positions if he pits now. There's no way he's holding first if he pits. The other guys have been caught up way too much. I think Clymer had, Clymer's already far enough ahead that he would gain.
As far as I know, there's 4 cars I see that have not pitted yet. That's Roberts, Carl, McMillan, and Watson.
Yeah, and again, Watson did have to go back in on 93, yeah. So Watson should be good. I wonder if Watson's playing the right game, because Watson pit early. He might have noticed that the fuel was going to run out, jumped into the pits there, and grabbed that gallon or whatever, you know? We'll have to wait and see. This could be an interesting finish here, boys. It was a pretty good race. It got a little slow towards the end, but that first 20 laps or so were pretty good, and then 20 to 40, there was lots going on. After the pits and the caution, we had a pretty good mix-up going on as well. So it's been a good race here today. Impressed with the guys for the opener of our Simpit series here.
Not getting on wood again.
Yeah, you hear it. I mean, every time I say anything about us being good, we need to knock on wood. I didn't knock on the wood the one time Joe said the water bottle comment, and things got bad, okay?
This is my wood. Did he hear this? I'm making his, but this is my wood.
I can hear. I got it. I got you. I'm verified. We have knocked on wood. We are doing our best.
But nobody's home.
Twice the knock and twice the wood.
Wood knockers. Knocked up.
Here we go, lap 143. Roberts isn't pitting. He's coasting. He's going for it. Roberts is sending it. He's going for it. He's coasting. He's fuel saving. He's doing everything he can to make it. I think
he's trying to do one of those NASCAR moments, lightning challenge moments.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if it works out. I just don't know, man. We're second position here. Second position. Currently about 4 seconds. About 4 seconds behind at the moment. Second position
is 4.5 to 5 seconds.
Get up about 4.5 to 5 seconds. Yeah, confirmed there, Dark Knight. And he's got 6 laps to go this time by. Yeah. Completing 44. 6 laps to go this time by.
6 next time.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I said it at an awkward time. He had just crossed the line, so next time, but yeah. Here we go, David Blair. Or sorry, is that David Blair? Yeah.
Plus...
Satakoya, that's who that is. In the 78 car, sorry. I saw the yellow and blue and I got confused. Satakoya going down low in the 78 there.
They're so similar.
Yeah, man. Roberts is going for it. He's doing it,
5 to go next time, bye.
And 4 seconds behind is Jeremy McLam.
McQueen. Yeah, Roberts is being McQueen. Check it. Flag. Here I come.
145. 6 laps to go. 4 seconds separating these two drivers here. Brandon Carl in 3rd position, also doing the same kind of situation with the fuel saving. This is an interesting group of strategies we have going on here.
5 to go.
This is pretty cool. I'm glad they made the races longer. This is neat. This is a whole new ball game right here. It's not like everybody pit on the same time.
Yeah, this is Toronto Blue Jays. Okay.
Well, usually...
Sakariak disconnected due to incoming packet loss.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Mark Setkoyak out of the race. Gonna give Bucho enough free position there, so Bucho's gonna be up in 12th now.
Yeah. So, wait
Still following McLam at the moment.
Actually, the gap between Bucho and Sakariak is about 8 laps. So.
Oh.
I
so
think
Sakariak might be safe.
If I'm getting this right.
All right.
But Bucho will definitely close a couple laps.
You want us to focus on Roberts? We're going in-car on Roberts. Here we go. Let's hear it. 147. He might have saved enough fuel, though. If you heard the way he was coasting earlier, I think he might have saved enough that he... Oh, he's shutting the car off! He's doing it! He is legit shutting the car off! It is off as he comes into T1. Holy shit, pardon my language, but fuck me! What a strategy!
He's starting to run on fumes.
Wayne Roberts in the 47 car legitimately shutting the car off on corner entry. What an absolute mad frickin' lad. Lap 148. 2 seconds behind is Jeremy McLam.
White flag next time.
Here it is. Yeah, white flag next time by 2 to go. 2 seconds separating him and McLam. It's all going to come down to this last little bit. McLam catching up every time they come through the corners, though. I think he's got it. 2 seconds should be enough. We should be fine. Oh. Wayne Roberts with the shutting the car down strategy. What? You hear it. There was the click as the shifter went into neutral.
White flag is out. Now Roberts, let's pit at lap 85. McLam, let's pit at lap 118.
Holy shit. What an absolute legend. What a legend. Wayne Roberts coming out with just the... What the Only in sim racing, man. Oh, that's hilarious. What a legend. What a play.
Roberts coming out 3 and 4.
What a opening race. Yeah, it's not happening. Roberts got it. Is he stuttering? He's stuttering. He's stuttering. It's 1 second. He's got it, though. McLam's coming up. He's coming up, too. Oh, my God. What the fuck just happened? Jeremy McLam doesn't quite get it. Wayne Roberts just holds it. Just holds it. What the oh, my God. We got to back out. Get on the far chase cam. We got to go check this out. The other guys are finishing the race. We're going to check up on them in a minute. Are you fucking kidding me? What an absolutely crazy finish.
Roberts won by a couple car
lengths. He did get him by a couple car lengths. It wasn't quite as close as we thought. We were on the in-car, but wow, did it get close there. It did get close. There's still a couple car lengths. It wasn't quite that close, but it was close. You saw him on the relative. Oh my God.
These last laps are definitely EA like the challenge levels.
What?
I would say this might be, I don't know, hard difficulty, maybe the bonus.
The hard coast from Wayne Roberts for the win. Roberts with the ultimate fuel saving strat, managing to win by a couple car lengths. He does manage to get it by a bit. It wasn't as close as we were thinking, but wow. What an absolute mad lad. What a way to finish the race. Well done. Wayne Roberts, absolutely crazy. That's just hilarious. What a way to win. What a way to win. Absolutely great race. Let's get ourselves up live, see if Robert's doing his victory donuts
any
here.
Professional race car driver.
What a great race.
Don't care if you win by...
Well, he can't do any donuts because he's out of gas.
It don't matter if you win by
the crowd goes bonkers.
Winning's winning.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What an absolute mad lad race. That is just hilarious. Way to finish it off. Taking a look at our final standings here. I'm just double checking that they match my my little did you here. Yeah, they don't. So
and he stops it right there on the grass.
Do this here. I'm just gonna shut off my little thing here so I can actually read this properly. There we go. All right, boys. This is it. The ending of our first race. This is the season opener for the Simpit Oval Series. Texas Motor Speedway. Wayne Roberts doing the amazing. full-on clutching in. I swear the car shut off at that point. Does it really get that quiet? Just by holding the clutch in?
Yeah, it gets the quickest chirping.
Okay. So he's just clutching it, coasting like mad. Wayne Roberts, 30.17 for his practice time. Qualified with a 30.28. Starting in second, finishing first. What a mad lad. Great strat. Wayne Roberts doing the amazing.
That ending reminded me of...
It was 2/10, man. It was close.
Reminded me of, I think, one of the early 2000s Atlanta races where the leader just ran out of fuel. I think at between turn 3 and turn 4. I can't remember the name, but they ended up winning it by just a tiny bit.
All right. Here we go. Reading through the standings once again, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We have Wayne Roberts with the lead, Jeremy McLam in second, and Donald Warren rounding out your podium. Brandon Skinner and David Clymer for 4th and 5th, respectively. Mike Weber, Brandon Carl, Mike McMillan, David Blair, Jerry Watson, Andrew White, Mark Setkoyak, and William Bucho Martinez finishing off for the drivers that actually finished the race. Braden Schwach, Tyson Landis, and Dylan Martins rounding out the 16 cars that showed up for the lobby today. Thank you guys for coming to watch. What an absolutely great race to start things off. Not crazy action-packed, but just enough to keep it going, and with a finish that I would think that people will remember for at least a little while. It may not have been bumper to bumper, but, 2/10 is still a small amount of time. Still a small amount of time. He almost didn't make it on that one. Well done to our man Wayne Roberts again on that win. Thank you guys once again for watching. Thank you, Josh, for coming and co-broadcasting with me. Much appreciated.
Now, Bob, and you'll see you guys next Thursday at the Nashville Super Speedway in Lebanon, Tennessee.
You heard the man. It's Nashville, boys. Buggity, buggity. Do your racing this week. We will see you again in the next one. Thanks again, guys. Thanks again, Josh.
Oh, yeah.